representatives to rise for a minute silence in honor of Dr. McCarthy's memory. May his soul rest in peace, and may his family and loved ones find comfort in this difficult time. Signed, Honorable Umar Shehu Ajilo, member representing Makarfi, Kudan Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. Another announcement on a sad note is coming from Honorable Dr. Ahmed Adamu Shaba Ajian Shonga, member representing Edu Moro Pateki Federal Constituency of Kwara State. And the message reads as follows. It is with total submission to the will of the Almighty Allah that I write to notify the House of Representatives of the demise of Alhaji Abubakar Indakeni, Marafan Shonga, a renowned politician, public servant, beloved grassroots leader, and a father of the Honorable Ahmed Abubakar Indakeni, my predecessor who represented Edu, Moro, and Patigi Federal Constituency in the 9th House of Representatives. Let Alhaji Abubakar Indakeni, who bequeathed exemplary and unforgettable life of selfless service to humanity, Kwara State and Nigeria in general, had a successful career in public service and in politics, spanning many years. He was a former chairman of Kwara State Local Government Service Commission and former Federal Commissioner, National Population Commission. The late beloved community leader, who is survived by wives, children, and relatives, will be greatly missed by this entire family. The good people of Edu, Moro, Patiki Federal Constituency of Kwara State, and the nation at large. The remains have been laid to rest in line with Islamic rites. I therefore urge the House to observe a minute silence in honor of the departed. And as well pray Allah to admit the departed to Al-Jannah Firdaus and give his family the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss and strength to carry on his good legacies. Please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest regard. Signed, Honorable Dr. Adamu Ahmed Shaba. Again, another announcement on a sad note. This time is coming from Honorable Mike Eleman. The message reads as follows. This is to request the convenience of this hallowed chamber for a minute silence for the demise of 94 persons in Taura local government of Jigawa State after a ghastly motor accident involving a fuel tanker on Tuesday, 15th October 2024. Announcer, Honorable Mike Eleman. Honorable colleagues, shall we rise for a minute silence? May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Our students from the National Union of Yobe State Students, YSU chapter, here with us? Are they with us here? National Union of Yobe State Students? No? Okay. Petitions? Any member with petition? Yes, Honorable. Kickstart.
Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Ime Okon. I represent Itu Ibionibum Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition from one of my constituents, one Sergeant Augustine Effiong, about his wrongful dismissal from the police force. Your Excellency, with your leave, may I lay this petition before this House.
Please go ahead and lay your petition. Any more petitions? Yes, my dear Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Sesi Oluwaseun Wingan, member representing Badagry Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Lagos State. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to present a motion that I have from one of my constituents, a petition rather, from one of my constituents, named Comrade Aladeuton David and Co. And the subject matter is the petition for the reduction and scrapping of unneeded roadblock and multiple illegal checkpoints, incessant extortion and harassment by security personnel on Agbara Road. I seek the leave of the House to please present this petition.
Please go ahead. Any more petitions? Any more? All petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petitions for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, it's my pleasure to invite Honorable Hussein Mohammed Jallo, who has a matter of urgent public importance to rise and move for your acceptance.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir, my colleagues. I'm Hussein Mohammed Jallo, representing Igabi Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. I'm citing Order for matter of urgent public importance. I'm giving a motion that the House do suspend its relevant rule to discuss this matter of urgent public importance on the urgent need to monitor work on Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road to ensure early completion as directed by the Federal Executive Council. I so move, sir.
Any seconder? The chair.
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Nnamdi Ezechi is my name, and I represent Ndokwa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Delta State. I stand here this morning to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Jallo Seni that the matter is urgent enough to be heard. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. The second leg. Fage.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Barrister Muhammadu Bello Shehu. I'm representing the people of Fege Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kano State and I rise to second the second leg of this motion as ably moved by my colleague, Honorable Jallo. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Honorable Jallo, proceed.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir, my colleagues. My motion was the urgent need to complete the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road. Urgent need to monitor the work on Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road to ensure early completion as directed by the Federal Executive Council. The House knows that the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road is one of the most significant highways in Nigeria, connecting the nation's capital, Abuja, to the key northern cities of northwest and northeastern states. Also note that these roads serve as a critical artery for trade, transportation, and national integration. As such, it needs urgent intervention. Further notes that the rehabilitation and reconstruction of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road were first captured in the Nigeria's 2018 Appropriation Act under the Buhari administration with an aim of addressing its worsening condition. But progress has been slow and significant portions of the road remain uncompleted. Worried that the road's deteriorating state, coupled with the slow construction progress, has created multiple hazards, making it one of the most dangerous highways in the country today. It has become a prime target for kidnappers and armed robbers, who exploit the delays and breakdown to attack stranded travelers. It is now a death trap for travelers going to the northwestern state of Kaduna, Kano, Jigawa, Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, and the Zamfara states, as well as northeastern states of Borno, Adamawa, Bauchi, Gombe, and Yobe. Worried that due to the road's poor condition, vehicles, especially trailers, frequently break down, blocking major portions of the road for extended periods. This leads to severe jams, with vehicles stopped for hours, forcing so many road users to spend the night on the road. It is thought that the economic impact of this delay is significant, with businesses losing millions of naira due to delayed deliveries and increased transportation costs, affecting both local and commercial and national commerce. While the timely intervention and completion of this project, the government will restore public confidence in its ability to deliver critical infrastructure and reduce insecurity that has crippled the region. Also aware that several portions have been moved and passed by the House for the completion of this project, but to no avail. Cognizant that the completion of Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road would greatly improve the safety of travelers, reduce number of accidents, and ease traffic congestion. The House resolves: 1, urge the federal government through the Ministry of Works and Housing to urgently prioritize the completion of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road by directing immediate release of funds and ensuring the enforcement of strict timelines for its completion. 2, mandate the Committee on Works and Federal Road Maintenance. Mandate the Committee of Works and Federal Road Maintenance Agency to liaise with the Federal Ministry of Works and relevant agencies to ensure the speedy completion of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. 3, urge the Federal Road Maintenance Agency to immediately commence the temporary rehabilitation of major potholes in the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road. 4, mandate the Committees on Appropriation to make budgetary provision for the completion of the road in the 2025 budgetary estimate. 5, to invite the Minister of Works and Housing to the House to explain the delay in the completion of the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road. Urgent committee to urgently monitor the work on the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Road to ensure early completion as directed by the Federal Executive Council. And lastly, mandate the Committee of Legislative Compliance to ensure compliance. I so move, sir.
Any seconder?
Contribution, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable. Honorable Ali.
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, my name is Ali Usani Madaki, and I represent the Allah Federal Constituency of Kano State. I stand to strongly second the motion as moved by my honorable colleague. This is a very important motion.
Yes, Honorable. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I'm Abubakar Maki Elleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudori Kauga, my federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, my amendment is an additional prayer. Instead, we have been lingering on this issue of this road from Abuja, Kaduna, Kano. There is need for this hollow chamber to set up an ad hoc committee that can monitor the implementation of that exercise. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Awalu Abdugalabe, representing the good people of Katagum Federal Constituency. I stand to support the amendment as being moved by our colleague Maki, and I believe it's a very important motion as well.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. This motion is referred to an ad hoc committee to be constituted in due course. The second matter of urgent public importance is coming from Right Honorable Yusuf Adamugadi, PhD. Please, can you rise and move your motion?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, my name is Yusuf Adamugagdi, PhD. I rise, Mr. Speaker, to move a matter of urgent public importance on the destruction of famous Dengi Bashar Bridge by submerged, that was submerged due to territorial rainfall that have cut those communities completely from the global wall. Due to the importance of this, may I urge the House, based on having relied on Order 8, Rule 5, to suspend this order and any other relevant rule to enable me move this as a matter of urgent public importance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to the first leg? My dear brother from Jigawa.
Dear brother with no name. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Saidu Yusuf Miga. I represent Jahun Miga Federal Constituency. I am from Jigawa State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by Getty. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. The second leg of the motion. My dear Honorable, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Mohammed Ang Abashehu, member representing Zaki Federal Constituency from Bauchi State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the second leg of this motion for urgent and now to consider. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. Honorable, please rise and move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Once again, I am Yusuf Adamugagdi, PhD. I represent Panshinkanke Kanam Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, the House notes that on Sunday the 6th and Monday the 7th October 2024, the famous Dengi Jarmai Bashar Bridge in Kanam local government of Plateau State was submerged and farmlands completely washed away due to the territorial rainfall, severing critical links between numerous communities, markets, and neighboring states, including Jos Plateau, the state capital, neighboring communities that link to Bauchi and Gombe, respectively. Further note, Mr. Speaker, that this catastrophic event necessitates immediate attention from the federal government of Nigeria to restore connectivity and mitigate socioeconomic disruptions. Aware, Mr. Speaker, that Kanam local government area in Plateau State, with its headquarters in Dengi, plays a pivotal role in connecting northern Nigeria. The submerged bridge has isolated several communities, hindering access to essential services, markets, and economic opportunities. Worried that the consequences of the aforesaid led to 1. Economic disruption. 2. Economic disruption, loss of trade and commerce between connected states and communities. 2. Social isolation, restriction of movement and access to essential services. 3. It has equally led to serious security concerns, potential increase in crime and insecurity due to disrupted economic activities. I urge the House to resolve 2. 1. Urge the federal government of Nigeria through the National Emergency Management Agency to provide relief materials to the affected communities. 2. Urge the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, to, as a matter of urgency, commence the immediate reconstruction of Dengi Jarmai Bridge in order to restore critical connectivity for economic growth, social interaction, also addresses potential security concerns arising from the disrupted economic and mitigate suffering of the affected community of the people I represent. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Any seconder? Honorable Maki.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I remain Abubakar Maki Elleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion heavily moved by Right Honorable Adamu Yusuf Gaddi. I saw the second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on National Emergency and Disaster Preparedness and Federal Road Maintenance for further legislative action.
Mr. Speaker, the title he addressed me with as a lover boy, I don't know what he meant by that, sir. With utmost respect, Mr. Speaker.
You know, between you and Mikey, nobody in this house can interfere. So I'm sure he has his own reasons, and he will in private confirm why he said what he said. Thank you. The next motion is coming from Honorable Clement Jimbo. If Honorable Jimbo is around, please can you rise and move your motion.
Thank you very much, my delectable speaker, my colleagues. My name is Clement Jimbo. I represent the very good people of Abak Etmekboika Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, if you recall, Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007, Section 11, subsection 1B in particular, mandates the executive to make budgetary proposals to the National Assembly latest 4 months before the commencement of another budget cycle. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, it is on this note I seek the leave of the House to stand on Order 8 Rule 5 to take this motion as urgent national importance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to the first leg? Honorable, I can't see the face clearly, but near Honorable Etete, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Paul Ekpo. I represent the good people of Etinan, Nset Ibom, and Nset Ubiom. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. I rise this morning to support the motion that this matter be heard as heavily moved by my dear brother, Honorable Jumbo. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion, any seconder? My dear brother from Borno.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Bukari Gana Kareto, member representing Abadam Guzama, Lakuka, and Mobile Federal Constituency. I am from Borno State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Jimbo, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, my dear Speaker. Once again, I still remain Clement Jimbo, representing the very good people of Abak Etmekbo Ika Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, the House notes it is a motion of urgent public importance on the need to urge the executive to comply with Section 11, subsection 1B of the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. The House notes that the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007 provides for the prudent management of the nation's resources, ensures long-term microeconomic stability of the national economy, secures greater accountability and transparency in fiscal operations within a medium-term fiscal policy framework, and the establishment of the Fiscal Responsibility Commission to ensure the promotion and enforcement of the nation's economic objectives and for related matters. The House further notes that Section 11, subsection 1b, stipulates that the federal government must, not later than 4 months before the commencement of the next financial year, cause to be prepared and laid before the National Assembly and enter for the next 3 financial years. Worried that Section 88 and 89 of the 1999 Constitution, as well as Section 30, subsection 1 of Fiscal Responsibility Act, specifically Section 88(1) stipulates that subject to other provisions of the 1999 Constitution, each house of the National Assembly shall have the power by passing resolution to direct or cause to be directed an investigation into any matter or thing with respect to which it has power to make laws, and into the conduct of affairs of any person, authority, ministry, of government, department, charged or intended to be charged with the duty or responsibility for executing administrating laws enacted by the National Assembly, and for disbursing or administering monies appropriated or to be appropriated by the National Assembly. Further worried that the time the National Assembly requires to exercise its functions as enshrined in Section 88, subsection 2b, is technically being taken away by the non-compliance of Section 11b of Fiscal Responsibility Act by the Executive. The House accordingly resolved and urged the Executive to comply with Section 11, subsection 1b, and submit to the National Assembly 2025 budget proposal without further delays. 2, mandates committees on national planning and economic development, appropriation, and finance to ensure compliance within 2 weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder contribution? Let's take a seconder and then we open the floor for contribution. Honorable Tijani, I think you raised your hands earlier. Are you interested in this particular motion, or we should ask somebody to do it? Are you okay with it, or you want somebody to second? Huh? Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Your Excellency. I remain Tijani Kayode Ismail. I represent the good people of Ifelodun of our own federal constituency. I'm from Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I stand to second the motion, heavily moved by my dearest colleague. I so second.
Observation or contribution? Honorable Billy, 1 minute, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I remain Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Sawaru. I represent the good people of Orienwa Unwode Federal Constituency of Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I'm a very proud Benin chief. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the mover of this motion because we don't want anything that's going to impugn on our job as legislators.